Hey Austin, where are we going?
Don't do that yet.
I'm Patrick Brumlevy, president of the Union County Historical and Genealogy Society. I am kind of a local history buff. The King Neptune story is very interesting. It is about a pig that was auctioned off for war bonds during World War II, which was a very important thing during that period because they were raising money for the war effort. The idea came by a military man who was from Anna. His name was Mr. Lingle, and he came up with the idea of auctioning off a pig at various events throughout southern Illinois. Mr. Sitter was one of the main auctioneers who was also from Anna, and they traveled all over Illinois, and it soon became nationally known because they ended up raising a lot of money, millions of dollars in fact, and they issued certificates, and there was news stories, and the pig came from a local farm, and the tradition or the story just kind of grew and grew until it did hit national news and was featured in a lot of magazines, and the governor of Illinois, Mr. Green at the time, was involved, even attended events. It became a very successful event for the war effort. Obviously, when they auctioned off the pig, people, of course, did not claim the pig. If someone did buy a pig, sometimes they would even auction off the feed or a grunt or something like that. And of course, people were just making donations to the war effort. So the pig never was actually sold to anyone in particular, and he was allowed to live and die of an old age. And when he did die, they had a grand ceremony for him when they buried him. He was buried out on along 146. The exact location is not really known now. There is a marker out there dedicating and explaining what the pig, who the pig was and everything, but rumors are that actually when they built 146 that they built it over the pig's grave. I don't know if that's true or not, but King Neptune was quite a character. Even at one point, when they would go around auctioning him off, a woman made a giant robe for him that they would put on him, and even a crown. They supposedly even had a crown that they put on him, and I guess from what I heard, he was fairly docile and just kind of put up with it, put up with everything, having a crown put on him and a robe, and being transported all over the state. That had to be kind of, for a pig, not the most great thing to go through. Yeah. He stayed in Illinois all his life. He was born and raised in southern Illinois, and like I said, they just traveled him around the state. I can't even tell you how far north he might have ended up going. I know especially all throughout southern Illinois, they took him to Benton and other different places to auction him off and to raise money for the war effort. The original grave was on 146 with a marker, but that marker was vandalized, and also because it was along 146, it wasn't being seen a lot. So about 20-30 years ago, a group of people, along with the Historical Society, decided to fix up a new monument so that people would learn about the story, and it was put on dedicated at the rest stop along the I-57 South. so that way people, a lot more people can learn about the story of this fantastic pig, as they would say.
Hey Austin, where are we?
We're at the 146 tomb of King Neptune.
Let's go check it out.
Let's see how it is.
Pretty dark out here during the night. And we're slowly walking up on it. So this is the original tombstone of King Neptune. It says King Neptune from 1941 to 1950. Buried here, King Neptune, famous Navy mascot pig. Auctioned for 19, is that million?
A lot of zeros there.
Yeah, 19 million in war bonds, 1942 through 1946, to help make a free world. Alright, we're now at the rest stop on 57 North, trying to find King Neptune's other tombstone. So let's go look. Any idea?
No clue.
Not one.
There's a thing up there.
I think we found it. Wasn't too hard. We found it. King Neptune Memorial number 2. It's not a tombstone memorial, but here it is. King Neptune, 1942, 1950, Navy mascot pig. Raised by Patty Boner, West Frankfurt. Given to Navy recruiter Don Lingle Anna, and auctioned by L. Ord Sitter Anna, probably said that wrong, around the state of Illinois for over 19 million in World War II war bonds. And that's a lot of money.
That is a lot of money.
A lot of money.
The Union County Historical and Genealogy Society does operate the Union County Museum in downtown Cobden, Illinois. We are open Saturday and Sunday afternoons, 1 to 5. We have a large collection of Anna pottery, Native American artifacts, local history, and a lot of other very unique and unusual exhibits.